Hi, my name is Becca Morrison, and I'm here today with my friend Katie Phillips, who's running for the open seat in the Northeast School Board Director position. So today we're going to find out a little bit more about Katie and why she's running. So hi, Katie.
Hi, Becca.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my husband and I moved to Northeast back in 2018 with our daughter, Willow Rose. We chose Northeast because it's a small community that was very welcoming. My grandparents had their family there. My dad grew up there, and it was just somewhere that felt very safe and very quaint.
That's awesome. So do you work out there too?
No, unfortunately, I don't work in Northeast. I wish I did, but I do work out in Erie for a nonprofit. I work with youth who come from disadvantaged situations, and I've been working with that population since 2018, actually, when I moved from being a family therapist.
So what do you do for work?
So I am currently the career specialist for the Erie County Independent Living Program. And I also run the Youth Media Development Project, where I work with youth who come from disadvantaged backgrounds to help them succeed and achieve in their life goals.
Wow, that sounds interesting. Mm-hmm. I guess it's pretty easy to be involved in the community when you do that.
It really is. It's been a lot of fun just developing the program, watching it grow, and I've really become accustomed to listening to youth voice and really becoming a strong advocate in their corner.
Wow, okay. So what made you decide to run for the open seat on the school board?
I decided to run for the open seat on the school board because I wanted to become more involved in my community. I do have a young daughter, so as she grows up and she joins the school system, I really wanted to know what was going on and what was happening. Also, with my work with the larger population of youth in Erie and Erie County, I really am interested in policy and how that affects our youth's future.
So if you were to get this seat on the school board, what type of impact are you hoping to have as a school board member?
I'm hoping to get the youth more involved with the school system so that they have a voice and that they are being heard by the school board and the director of what they actually want their school to look like. I feel like as adults for a long time, we kind of get stuck doing whatever it is we want to do. And we forget that the kids are the ones who are in the building day in and day out. So what do they need? What do they want? I also want to help develop strong career paths for the youth in the school system. I think for a long time, we've always been like strong university-led. However, I'm seeing the tide change and the need for trades and agriculture to make a comeback. And I would love to see that represented in the school curriculum.
Wow. So you mentioned you have a daughter. Does she attend the Northeast School District?
No, she's still very young, and she will be attending in the next year and a half, depending on where the deadline is.
Okay, great. So what is important to you in your life?
My family. Right after my family, my community, and wanting to serve the community. Ever since I was young, I've always had a calling to help others. I think that's why I'm a social worker, right? Mm-hmm. But I really feel a strong sense of pride when it comes to the Northeast community, and I just want to be a part of that legacy.
And this is not a paid position, correct?
No, it's not.
You must really care about your community.
Yeah.
That's great.
Completely volunteer. But I think that's what makes it worthwhile. Mm-hmm. Because I'm doing it because I love my community. There's no kickback for me.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys like to do in Northeast?
Oh my gosh. Northeast is an amazing little community. And when I say like you really can't find a community like Northeast, you really can't. We have farmers markets every Saturday. The coffee shop in town you can't beat. You know, all of the wineries and the commerce that goes on. and the Chamber of Commerce, they do, the Chamber of Commerce, oh my gosh, the Chamber of Commerce does a really great job. There's free yoga, like, it's an amazing little community. It really is. It's a small piece of Americana, honestly. There's no better place.
I heard you say you were interested in policy. Do you think it would be easy for you to affect policy as a member of the school board?
I think so, because actually I learned that the school board is a part of Harrisburg. And so it will put us in direct contact with the policy that directly affects our youth. And again, I have interest on that on a broader scale because of the work that I do in the community. I think in my work in the community and working with like youth who come from disadvantaged situations, I have a really great understanding of the gaps in the system. And if we can close those gaps to make sure that our high school graduates are successful, I think it would make Northeast, it would make us better.
Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit more about your role as a career specialist.
So my role as a career specialist is that I make community connections and I find programs that are accepting of youth to get them on a broader career path that isn't exactly university-led. So we're talking about apprenticeships into the trades, we're talking about farming and agriculture, we're talking about the medical field, medical assistance, things of that nature.
Okay.
And I really truly believe that like every youth can succeed. We just have to find the right formula for them. Because education for a long time has just been squares, and if you don't fit in the box, it doesn't work for you. And I don't believe that that is exactly the way we should be doing things still. I think that as long as we have the right formula for each youth, everyone can be successful.
So the K through 12 years are pretty foundational for the youth, would you say?
Oh, I would say extremely foundational. Again, like with my work throughout Erie and Erie County, I've seen what happens when kids fall behind. I've held hands while we go through the GED program. I have worked hard to make sure that, the youth that I serve graduate high school because I understand the importance of that diploma and the doors that it opens for that youth when they graduate.
With voting coming up, where can we find you on the ballot?
You can find me on both ballots because as a school board member, you can cross-file. And on the Democratic ticket, I am slot number 4. And on the Republican ticket, I am slot number 2.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Katie. I loved getting to know more about you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Becca.